I'll walk into the room and I'll be hanging from the ceiling with a noose around my neck and I'll write like, "To whom it may concern. I took my own life because Scott Frank came over and fucked me in the ass and I couldn't live with the shame anymore." And it would be great because, of course, it's a fucking lie. But you'd all be at my funeral, you'd all be crying, you'd all be saying like, "Oh, I miss him so much." But then Scott would come over to pay his dues and you'd all just give him a little bit of a look and be like, "I know what he's fucking here for. He's trying to finish what he started."
Somebody say, "Hey, we want some pussy. Hey, we want some pussy." Let me say, "Hey, we want some pussy. Hey, we want some pussy." Somebody say, "Hey, we want some pussy. Hey, we want some pussy." Everybody say, "Hey, we want some pussy."
People always say how children are a miracle of life. But to me, like any miracle that can actually start in the back of a Volvo in a Denny's parking lot is probably not a miracle in some way. If your miracle story actually has the phrase "moons over my hammy," it's probably not a miracle.
Why is that guy just sitting there with the microphone talking about sucking dicks? in his own living room in Denny's. Really weird. You know, back in my day, Denny's, you got your dick sucked. $2.
They still do that.
They still do that, especially in Kansas. That's where you gotta go. That's the prime Denny. I've heard that's a good time. Phillip is smiling at me. I'm gonna end on a necrophiliac joke. You ever find a dead body in Denny's bathroom in Kansas? Have sex with it?
Like, I'll wake up just like naked and confused like a werewolf, but instead of being covered in blood, I'm just covered in cum. I'm like, what am I doing in this Denny's bathroom?
I was masturbating to mom porn the entire time. Boom! Okay, funny joke. Haha. Last night I had a dream that I had sex with my mom, preparing for this joke. So I hope y'all are all very entertained. That's seriously not a joke. Okay. Next joke.
You have your 2 Denny's jokes, I'm gonna beat that.
You're welcome.
Good one, Tom. You're waffling.
You know, as soon as you graduate from high school, everybody's like, "Why don't you just stick around?" You know, my mom was really like that. She's like, "Why don't you just stay around and do what your dad did?" So I did, and I left her. I told my mom that joke, and she absolutely loved it. My dad showed up tonight, and he's not a big fan of it. Just kidding, my dad's not here. Dude left when that joke was young and still developing. When that joke needed him the most.
Now, ladies, I don't condone cheating in any way. Ladies, cheating is wrong, but if your husband can't wipe his own ass and he cheats on you, it's your fault. I'm sorry. There's no rationale why that should have happened.
People are insecure about the way they look. I know a girl, she got a boob job recently. I don't know the correct way to say that. It was like breast employment or something. But she did. Like, here's the thing. Like, girls, you know, you don't have to do that, right? You don't have to do that. I'll tell you why. It's because I'm a guy, and I've been one forever. And so I like big boobs. I do. But you know what else I like? Small boobs. Yeah. Any boob is good. Even if it's just like a boob, you know? I got time for that boob. Kind of trying to see them all, you know?
I recently did something sad. I joined an online dating service. Yeah. They hit you with like these questionnaire like when you first join it. Like the first question right off the bat was, "What are you doing with your life?" I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like I don't even know. Like skip. Like I guess skip that question. And then the next question was like, "Name 3 interesting things about yourself." I was like, skip that one too. And then And it was like, well, just name one hobby that you have. And then I was like, I don't know, like fucking flying airplane. I don't do that shit. Skip that one. And then it's like at that point that I realized, like, oh wait, I know I don't have a girlfriend. It's because I'm a boring fuck. Like, that's what it was the whole time. I don't need to go on Christian Mingle to realize this. I have seen the light.
Quit complaining about not getting laid. Learn one Mumford song, one Mumford and Sons song. Go to an open mic night and play it. You will get laid that night.
Make fun of his beard. Talk about Kansas. I love Kansas. Kansas is alright. It's real flat. Kansas is like pancakes. Kansas is, you know, they have pancakes at Denny's. Yeah! Denny's jokes.
Like, anybody ever go to summer camp? Anybody hands for summer camp? Yeah, my parents didn't love me either. So, I always go to summer camp and it's like, jamborees, it's like, you know, everybody gets together and your camp counselors are so excited and happy. You don't know why, but they are. And now you know why, it's because they were all getting high behind, you know, kayaks while you were all at the mess hall.
Decided to wear my naughty Velma sweater. It's not like slutty Velma sweater. It's like naughty. It's not like let's get in the back of this van and I'm gonna Scooby-Doo you right now. It's more like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna do my homework and drop out of high school and then college and then sing songs for sandwiches.
I had a pretty good time, man. I like Cutty's. Had a good time. I can tell you guys are having a good time. Because you're drinking beer, right? Woo! The more beer you drink, the more fun you're gonna have. Yeah. I know that because I watch Bud Light commercials. That's how they say beer works. It's not true. It's not true.
Every time I see a new face come in, it's always like seeing that new kid who comes to camp with all the kids that have gone for like 6 years because their parents really fucking hated them. So it's like, oh yeah, this is your first time at Camp Cutty's? Oh, first time, that's awesome. I've been here like 7 times. Like one time, I threw up in the bathroom, and the other time I threw up outside, and then 2 years ago, a girl threw up on me at the bar.
Although I do love Bud Light commercials, I'd love just to exist in that reality, just for one night. Just one night where like, I go out with my friends, you know, they're fashionable but also accessible. They make about $30,000 to $55,000 a year. Wearing a V-neck t-shirt, they work out, you know. You see the commercial? My cool black friend is there, right? And I go for the handshake, he goes for the fist bump, and we just laugh it off because we're culturally different, but we're still friends.
Somebody asked me goes, Phillip Ford counterpart, and she goes to get a job, goes to a job interview. I'm like, okay, what's her residence? And she's like, a van. Any previous employment experience? I used to inspect haunted fairgrounds. I don't know. Oh, and Chinkies. I solved the mystery. No, that's not happening. I solved the mystery of why the water got shut off last week. Because that's what happened to them. They live in a van.
I like to drink, I'm just not very good at it. That's what drinking is for me, y'all. It's just a hobby that I'm bad at. It's not okay. Because like if you're bad at your hobby, right, you're like, I guess I'm not going to Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin on guitar tonight. If I'm bad at my hobby, it's like, guess I'm going to text message all my ex-girlfriends tonight. And it's pretty embarrassing. For both of them. Yeah. It's pretty bad.
No more Denny's jokes, please. They're terrible.
Quit egging me on. Denny's joke.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. You guys do like the Muppets, right?
Yeah, of course.
You better like the Muppets. Otherwise this joke doesn't really work.
So I go through the drive-thru and they gave me a medium instead of an extra value meal. So at first I was getting pissed. I was like, I ordered a large, they gave me a medium, and then I thought, maybe God's trying to go like, you fat fuck, maybe you don't need a large meal. But we don't talk about those signs from God.
Like some people don't like the way they look. And so they go to the gym every day. You guys, I don't understand people that have to go to the gym every day. Do you know what's cheaper than a gym membership? Sweatpants. Yeah. Yeah, I got a pair. Hoodie to match. It's gray on gray. Okay? Call that my insecurity blanket.
When I'm at home, I fart as hard as I can in order to shart my pants, in order to rectify that volcano that is my asshole, and shart my pants. Thank you. One day I will do it, and I'll be much more comfortable.
A little rattled. I was late tonight. I got into this huge fight with my bathroom doorknob, and my hand lotion was in on it. It's taking me out together. It's fucked up.
Back in the day, when I was like 16 or 17 years old, if I wanted to masturbate, I had to get in my car, I had to drive all the way to a seedy location, I had to pick up a magazine, take it up to a counter, pay $11, drive all the way home, spend about the next 25 minutes trying to pretend that girl was doing something with me in my mind, and then I would finally jerk off. And half the time I wouldn't even do it because it wasn't worth the trouble. Now I can just grab my iPad and get it done in 5 seconds, and then I have 5 hours to do whatever I want, and I pretty much just spend it either jerking off or watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer on Netflix. So I'm not accomplishing anything great because of technology.
Dating tip, y'all. Get a handful of Vaseline. Get a handful of hand lotion. Put it in your hair. Just rub it all through your hair. Because girls like guys who are mysterious. Matt likes it, so I like it.
But speaking of dicks, I'm single. I'm trying to date. It's tough out there. There are no gentlemen left. I mean, maybe it's just me. I think you should wait till like the 3rd date to send me a Facebook picture of your genitalia. Don't get me wrong, because like the next girl I like, just like a quickie, sweatpants around your ankles, like shot down in the bathroom. I dig it, I totally do. I just think, wait a little bit. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, I don't know.
I got 2 more, y'all. 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 I got 2 more. What am I just gonna say that the whole time? Just like fell into the trash can saying it. Alright, dating tip. Get a handful of lotion. No.
Is this wasting time?
I'm having a blasty blast.
That's what Joey says when he sucks wiener.
I'm having a blasty blast.
No, it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like.
God, this
Get your sound effects right.
This conversation is going downhill fast.
My grandfather was the chief urologist at Johns Hopkins University. So my childhood was not dissimilar to it in Beauty and the Beast when Belle had walked down the stairs and like twirled around in the giant library. She'd been enchanted by this room full of magical old books just filled with pictures of penises.
It's available now at your local anywhere store for the low price of all your hopes and dreams. Go to a Redbox movie for me, that's like $7. Totally topless.
Rollerblades. I'm just gonna read this entire thing. They must have shit figured out because they sure as hell are not worried about getting pussy or making friends.
I don't know, have you guys ever heard of something called cocaine vagina? Anybody? Right? No, Alright, cocaine, yeah, cocaine vagina is, it's supposed to be like a condition that you get after putting too much cocaine inside your vagina. By various means, you can put it on the penis, you can put it, in a box with a box, like whatever you want to do. Get it in your box with a box. builds up, and apparently it's really dangerous for you. And Pam Grier came out and was talking about it in her like autobiography because Richard Pryor had so much cocaine in his semen that it just like transferred to her.
A little bit of office humor. I hope my boss fucking hangs himself. Thank you. Boom! If you knew him, it'd be so much funnier. Oh my god, he's the biggest piece of shit in the entire world.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Pretty good.
Thank you very much again.
A lot of days jokes tonight.
Next month, IHOP jokes. All next month.
Work the stick in my Mercedes. If you wanna blow, just let me know. We can go backstage at the end of the show. I'll look at you and you will look at me with my dick in my hands. As you fall to your knees, you know what to do. 'Cause I won't say please, just nibble on my dick like a rat does cheese. Everybody say hey, we want some pussy. Hey, we want some pussy. Everybody say hey, we want some pussy. Hey, we want some pussy. Somebody say hey, we want some pussy. Hey, we want some pussy. Everybody say hey, we want some pussy.
Well, needless to say, we get pulled over and the blunt's still not out, so I light up a quick cigarette and I'm like, hey, just ditch that blunt. Ditch it, ditch it. And he's like, oh, shit. So he tosses it on the ground. I'm like, no, you fucking tard. So I pick it up and I throw it in a Coke can and I like spit in it and, do whatever I can. I got caught now, so it's not working, so it's just foam all over the top of the Coke can and it looks like I have rabies when the cop comes to the door. So finally, cop comes up and he's like, hey, can I see your license and registration? I'm like, yeah, totally, officer, just hold on a second, it's in the glove compartment. And I look over at my buddy and he starts shaking his head. And he's like, no, don't. And I'm like, dude, you gotta give our registration. It's in there, just grab it. And as he reaches in to grab it, the glove compartment opens and there's a bag of weed. And I look at my friend, and I look in the back seat, and I look back at the officer. And he's like, you want to try to explain that? And as I look up to him, I put on my human-most puppy dog eyes, and I say, Jesus Christ, officer, I don't know who these people are. Please help me. And as I turn and say that, the guy in the passenger seat just says, what the fuck, dude, that's cold-blooded. And by the time he's done saying cold-blooded, the kid in the back seat is at least a quarter of a mile down the street, lost his beanie, and dropped his jerry-rigged iPhone. It was the best night of my life.